Okay, so what did I tell you? Here's the homework, and I want you to remember your asymptotes. Where are the asymptotes for tangent? Where are the asymptotes for tangent? They're at the pi over 2 mark, so these ones right here. So do your asymptotes first. Now, this is going to be a shift 2 units where? Down. So you have your new x-axis. Now put your zeros in. Where are your zeros? Pi. All of these in between. Those are your zeros. And now your steepness is 1. So in between 0 and pi over 2, which is pi over 4, you're going to go up 1, and you're going to go down. These are, I know, these are really like, that's why I'm using this black pen. So it looks like
No, you just crossed an asymptote. Oh, no, that's the opposite. Wait, I crossed an asymptote. Oh,
don't cross your
I
asymptotes.
see what
And if I did, I didn't mean to. Did I cross it?
No, I was thinking like -2. Oh wait, why does it go down in the last? Oh,
Because the directions say from 2 pi, negative 2 pi to 2 pi. Selena, you go. Did you do these before?
Alina was still in
chemistry.
She's in the
Want to do the next one?
Yep.
Okay, tell me if I'm going too fast. Where are the asymptotes for cotangent?
0.
So let's put them in. I always start there, 0 pi, 2 pi. Now, where's your new x-axis? 1 unit up. Now this one, your zeros are the in-between. The zeros here are going to be at pi over 2, 3 pi over 2, because think of it as flipping all of those points for tangent. And then in between are up and down. Now, this one looks like a negative, like it's a negative line, even though it's not a line. Questions on that one?
For the first one,
At 0 for cotangent? Do you not understand why you have asymptotes?
no, just why the difference, like, are they doing change the quantity? The first one's tangent, the second one's.
Because,
So it changes with that?
yeah, the reason why, see on the notes?
The table
Because the definition of tangent is y over x. So at 0 radians, you have 0 over 1 here. But at 0, cotangent is x over y. So here, when you did x over y, you have 1 over 0, which is undefined. So these are two different numbers. One's 0, one's undefined. That's an asymptote, that's not. But then if you go down here, at 90 degrees, tangent, which is y over x, it's undefined, but over here, if you flip it, 0 over 1 is 0. That's why they're different. Does that make sense? Okay. Number 3. How do you rewrite this problem? It's a tangent graph, so your asymptotes are still at pi over 2, 3 pi over 2. And your new x-axis is where? 4 up. Now, it's a negative tangent. A negative tangent is just gonna look like a cotangent. But still, your zeros are in between. Actually, you don't want to do that part because it stops at 2 pi. Questions? Yes?
How do you know which way to point the head one?
Well, you got to keep that pattern going. You're talking about these two right here?
Yeah.
Well, the directions say from 2 pi to 2 pi. So if I were to cover, I don't want to go past here. So how do I know where it's shaped? Because I want it to look just like this. And
Okay.
same with if I covered this piece right here. I would want it to parallel these. Okay, number 4. Where are your asymptotes? It's tangent. Pi over 2, 3 pi over 2, negative pi over 2, negative 3 pi over 2. This is 3 units up. And it's a negative tangent, so it's gonna look like. Good? Number 5, it's a tangent, absolute value. Where are your asymptotes for tangent? Pi over 2, 3 pi over 2. Your x-axis is your normal x-axis. Now normally this thing looks like this is normally what the tangent graph looks like. It looks like that. But this piece, when you take the absolute value of it, it's gonna flip it up here. So it's gonna look like this, 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 and that. Good? Or no? You ready for 6? Number 6. Now, pretend like you don't see the negative there. It's just, pretend like if it were a cotangent, what would be different is your asymptotes are at 0, at pi, at 2 pi, negative pi, And now, if it were a positive cotangent, if the negative weren't there, it would look like this. It would look like that. But the negative is gonna make it flip. So the real answer is this. Questions, anyone? Okay, number 7, what do you think you're gonna do? Asymptotes where? 0, pi, 2 pi, negative pi, negative 2 pi. Your new x-axis is 2 units up. So what are you gonna draw? You've got parabolas. There you go. Number 8, you're gonna put your asymptotes at pi over 2, 3 pi over 2, negative pi over 2, negative 3 pi over 2. It's 2 units up. And these little parabolas are upside down. Get this? You getting this? Okay. Number 9. It's cotangent. Where are the asymptotes to cotangent? 0, all the pi's. Now cotangent, now your x-axis is right on the x-axis. So you put your zeros in. Now cotangent looks like a negative sloped line. So in between these, you're gonna go 3 units high, because it's a steepness of 3. You're gonna go 3 high and 3 low. So it looks like this. These are kind of hard to draw to make them curvy. Mine ended up being a lot like a straight line. The bigger the number, the more straight they look. Yes. No, tangent. Tangent looks like that. Cotangent's this way. But if you put a negative in front of the tangent, it looks like that. The negative tangent looks like the cotangent. Tangent, think of tangent as a positive slope line, cotangent as a negative. The only difference is the asymptotes are in different spots. So when you put a negative in front of cotangent, it's gonna look like the tangent graph. Does that help you? Ready for the next one? Backside. So this one, Kelsey, you're gonna keep your asymptotes still, because it's a cotangent. Your asymptotes are still at 0, at pi, at 2 pi, at negative pi, negative 2 pi. Instead of it looking like a negative slope line, it's gonna be a positive, but the amplitude is 3, or not amplitude, steepness. So it looks like that. Hello.
Hi.
How are you?
Super good, now the time to truck left.
Yep. Sure, let me, stop the recorder. James, can you hit